This program is brought to you by
Douglas Crawford Law.
Every business needs powerful storytelling to connect with your audience and clients. How did you tell a better story about your products, or services? Today, we invited an entrepreneurial couple to share with us an innovative way of storytelling in architecture industry and also their life story.
15 years ago, a young man left Kenya for a job opportunity in the United States. Facing a new environment, he embraced all the hardships and pains and adapted to life-changing situations. After working for a real estate solutions company, he went on to study interior design and construction management and received a master's degree. He was not satisfied with the status quo and then founded an architectural marketing solutions company, SPACIALISTS, after graduation, with the support of his wife, Jen Alu.
So Philip, have you achieved your dreams in the United States?
It's a very hard question to answer because I've achieved a lot of things. Most importantly, the first thing when you said in the United States was obviously being a citizen was one of the biggest success. But as you get older in life and experience new things, your visions and your dreams start changing. And every time you reach a milestone, another vision occurs. So I think dreams are good to achieve, but also we are aware that we also have to keep improving. But I think success is almost in stages. So each stage, when you reach that point, you feel like you've achieved something. But there's always more to achieve.
Congratulations on your achievement. You founded SPACIALISTS over 8 years ago.
Yes.
Help us better understand your innovative architectural marketing solutions. What's your innovative architectural storytelling?
I think technology has played a really instrumental way in helping us express ideas, and technology is moving so fast, and that's one of the things we have in our cultural kind of philosophy here in SPACIALISTS. We always have to keep improving and always keep connecting with what's happening. If there's a better way of doing something, we might even let go of the current system to adapt to what's new so that we can be able to express those stories. For example, one of the softwares we're using right now is Unreal Engine. It's a video game technology system that's not really designed for architecture, but it has enabled us to be able to express ourselves and also help the client see exactly what they're envisioning and possibly see more than what they expected.
Why VR?
Around 2015, when Philip and Jen decided to add a whole new technology set, including virtual reality, to their architectural design business, both of themselves and their clients had a fear of change at the beginning. Eventually, they successfully engaged their customers in the change process, improved client satisfaction, and helped the company grow.
Jen, as the strategy officer of the SPACIALISTS, is there anything you would like to add?
I think what Philip said is really interesting because he specifically addressed having to sometimes let go of the old. And I know that working in bigger companies, a lot of times that's really difficult to do. And when we try to move on, it takes a lot of time and effort and heartache. And I remember I think it was 2014 or 2015, when Philip and I decided that it made sense to drop all the old technology and move into virtual reality, which at the time nobody was doing. And it takes a lot of guts to do something like that. But when you're smaller, you're more agile, and you can just move forward. And so we changed our whole technology stack. And so then the way we communicate to our clients and our partners also changed and evolved, because we were able to capture storytelling in this virtual world. world. And so it was exciting and it was amazing. And the feedback that we got was incredible. But it was also a little bit afraid. So some of our clients were like, I don't know what to do with that, you know? And so we've had to help them to tell their stories. Using the technology that we are providing, you know, our deliverables for them. So we say, how about use it this way and use it this way, use it your social media, you know, and so it's cool because we get to develop our own stories to find new clients, but we also help our clients to tell their story using our technology. So it's exciting.
Tell us more about your technology.
So we're using Unreal Engine, like Philip said, for virtual reality. And we're also able to create not just still images or, you know, that are incredibly realistic and beautiful, but we're also able to allow the clients to walk through their properties. So when we do a design, Philip just designed a house up in Encino, which is in Southern California. And he was able to take the clients through a virtual walkthrough. So they can walk into their home and they can look at the finishes that they've chosen and they can say, oh, you know, on second thought, I don't like that granite. Can we change it? You know, and Philip can click and change it. And they can say, oh my gosh, I like that one so much better. And they're looking at it like they're actually in their home. And so it's really, really incredible for saving time and saving money. I mean, you go from looking at a granite sample that's like 2 inches square to actually being in the same room with a whole kitchen full of it. And so it's quite powerful.
From my understanding, it's architectural storytelling through 3D rendering and virtual reality, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
It also breaks down communication barriers between architect and client.
Absolutely. That's a really great observation. It does. And we were hearing that from clients a lot. They were saying, our architect clients were saying, my residential clients get nervous when we tear everything down and start to put up the framework. And they say, that doesn't look like what we decided on. So this helps with that communication, exactly like you were saying, because they can see it. They can see it right there on their lot. It's pretty amazing.
What sets your business apart from the competition?
Well, one of the things I know that differentiates us is we are not in to compete with other businesses. Our intention is to get better and improve. If there's something that we're not good at, we're going to do whatever it takes to get better at. If there's a competition, we look at them as friends and learn from them. And we just improve on how we relate to others and how we can best present this, any design or any project to fulfill some of their needs. Because when someone comes to you, they actually need help. And if we look at it from that perspective, our mission is to help them and help them reach their destination.
Is there anything, Jen, you want to add?
Love that. This is one of the reasons I married Philip.
Running a business with your spouse creates both challenges and advantages. How do Jen and Philip Olu keep the delicate balance of this kind of relationship?
I'm going to ask Philip a question first. So Jen, would you please help mute your headset? The game show portion, okay.
Donald Trump said, putting your wife to work is a very dangerous thing. He meant, it's a bad idea to put your wife working for you. Philip, what are your thoughts of Trump's statement?
I don't think so. I think it depends on the relationship and the agreement. Everything is it's based on how you both talk about something in the beginning. When you have a relationship with someone in the beginning, you talk about the fundamentals and the needs. It gets critical when you actually don't do that. And you just go with the relationship hoping that they'll get it. Or have a wife who just stays home with the kids. That's completely fine. But one of the things I know no one's really thinking about is you can actually make it work all around. You can have everything. You can have the fact that your wife works, the fact that you can work from home together, and you can have a business together. It's all possible. The difference is if you don't adapt to some of the changes that will constantly keep happening in the relationship. And then this is one of the philosophies of the company. You have to constantly improve. And I'm noticing in the relationship, if you improve, then other aspects of your life will be in the same trajectory. I personally think that there's solutions and there's ways that these things could work. And also, I believe that statement is almost a little bit traditional, but it's almost those things where you can argue, but the force of nature will make it happen the way it's supposed to be. People will have to work together. People will have to coexist, and you can't undermine one person because of a certain way of how things used to be, maybe when you grew up. But now it's a little different. Now it's everybody contributes to the world.
Any challenges so far in this husband and wife business team?
Yeah, I think there's obviously definitely challenges. Everybody has their own opinion, but I've learned over the years to take it, but also be honest and say, I cannot do that. I'm not going to do that idea. And I also explain why I cannot fulfill that role or do that task. Once you give someone a reason and explain some of the details, then the problems that are supposed to be there almost subside. It's just back to the main foundation of communication. You just have to talk about things and be transparent. The difficulties come in making assumptions.
Hey, Jan, I'm not sure you heard that question clearly. Should I repeat it? Oh, it's the same question. I think I heard it. Oh, wow.
Do you like this husband and wife business team?
I love it. I think that it does take special people to be able to make it work, but I think it takes special people to be able to make a marriage and a family work, you know? And so I think communication is key, and setting expectations also. And maybe one of the reasons that it works really well for Philip and I is that our expectations of ourselves are higher than they could be ever from the other person, you know? So my expectations of myself are far higher, I think, than what Philip expects of me, and he is the same. And I think also we're always we're checking in with each other and making sure that, you know, our needs are being met, and not just personally, but in the business. You know, we're both professional people, and so we work together just like, and we're accountable to one another just like we would be if we were working, you know, at an office for somebody else.
You're a couple first, and then formed a company. Husband becomes a CEO. Wife becomes a chief strategy officer. Do you see each other differently?
I don't know how personal you want it to be, Julia, but I fall in love more every day with this guy. Watching him interact with clients and looking at his dedication and his relentlessness. I mean, he's just tireless in his effort to make his clients happy and to solve their problems. And I'm moved by it constantly.
Great. Is there any other things that Philip want to say?
I think struggles are really big, but, you know, if you understand the origin of the struggle, then you might maybe make a better decision. One of the things I always do is do research on something. For example, if you have an issue with your kid or you have an issue with certain things, if you just take a couple of minutes and do a little bit of research on the origins of some of those behaviors or some of those problems that you're having, you might hit on something and maybe reach an aha moment and completely address that issue in a different way. And that will prevent other obstacles from happening or other problems from happening in the future.
Get back to our first question regarding have you achieved your dreams in the United States? You said you were on a certain stage. What stage do you think you are on right now? You have a happy family, you own a fast-growing company. That's quite successful.
I think that's successful, but I think success is almost subjective. I don't think look at success as a goal driven. I think my drive right now is just improving, on constant improvement. And I think that in my mind, I think that is success. They're reaching that point where you can just get better each and every day and improve in, you know, how you relate to people, how you talk to people, how you see the world, how you relate to your kids and relate to your wife and your partner.
Jen and Philip are living a happy life with 3 lovely kids. The success in their business and marriage, not only because of the relentlessness in the pursuit of their goals, but also the resilience in the face of challenges and healthy communications.